Okay, it's early morning, day 15. Left standing Indian shelter one little over, well, almost a mile and a half ago. And got a 1.6 mile upward hike to get to the peak of Standing Indian Mountain. All right, but I got up here, come across a little area, and then this is what I see. Oh my God. I don't even know what you can say to describe this view. This view. This is absolutely incredible. And we're above all that. We got a little bit of rain this morning, not much. I mean, just enough to get our tent wet, and was able to wipe most of it dry. But we're up high. This is the highest we've been on the trail so far. I believe we're somewhere around 5,500 feet in elevation. But I can't get enough of this view. I hope it's coming across on your TV or your phone or whatever it is you're watching. This is just absolutely incredible. All right, I got to get to the top, so I need some water. All right, so I go about another 1/10 of a mile up, and I look to the other side of me, and this is the view I've got over there. Wow, that's all I can say. This is definitely number 2 reason for coming out here. These views are absolutely incredible. Wow. Okay. Got to keep going, man. It can only get better. All right. We've now come 4.5 miles from where I started this morning, and making good time. To get to the top of Standing Indian Mountain, it was 1.6 miles of uphill. Now, I don't want that to sound too bad, because the uphill was a gradual uphill. So, oh shit, freaking mud. All right, up to my ankles, mud and water. Woo! Nice water source. Woo! Go ahead, man. I don't know what these are, but they're awful pretty. And over here on the other side of the trail, again, I don't know what these are, but they're awful pretty. We just come into a huge section of these things. All right. I'm about 9.2 miles into my day. I've got another 2 miles to go, maybe 3. There's word on the trail that bears have been extremely active in this area, to the point where they've been actually learning how to take down bear bags when they're hung. So we'll just have to wait and see. I took my 3rd fall a little bit ago. Thank you, North Carolina, for doing such a lovely job with your trail maintenance. That was sarcasm, in case you missed it. You know, it's kind of mind-boggling that when you leave a state like Georgia, where the trail has been maintained almost meticulously. I think in the entire time I was in Georgia, there was one tree across the trail, and it was ankle high, so no big deal. In the last 9 miles since I started this morning, there have been over 40 blowdowns. And I don't know if you can see this. I'm sure you can. This part of this trail, I'm telling you, man, it is ripe for a major forest fire. There is so much dead wood in here. All it is going to take is a little drought and one careless hiker or camper, and this whole place is going to go up in flames, and it's going to go up fast. All of these rhododendrons are dead. I have no idea what killed them, but they're dead. They have moss, or not sure what that's called, growing all over them. But yeah, this is a forest fire waiting to happen. Maybe that's what the trail maintainers are waiting for. A big fire to go through here and do their job for them. You know, it'd be one thing if these were recent blowdowns, but they're not. I've been watching people hike under, over, through, around these blowdowns for a couple of years now. Come on, ATC North Carolina, get your head out of your butt, get somebody out here and do your job. You know, they're always begging for donations. I'm curious now, what are those donations for? Are they to pay the paid employees of the ATC? Or are those donations actually coming out here to do something with the trail? I mean, look at this. You know, this should be an absolute gorgeous, beautiful section of trail, and it's not. It's dead. It's just dead. Yeah. ATC North Carolina, bow your head in shame. You should be embarrassed of what we're seeing out here. All right, enough. This has been a really shitty day, so hopefully it gets better. Although I suspect it's not going to until we get out of North Carolina. When this trail gives you misery, it gives you beauty. Yeah, you know, I think this trail may fix my bad attitude. Look at this. I can deal with a fall in the ass to get this view. My God, it just goes on forever. Yeah. Okay. Put a smile back on my face. All right, I've come over 10 miles today, and I'm tired. My feet hurt really bad today. North Carolina, oh man, lots of rocks, lots of roots, and they will tear your feet apart. So I've got about another mile and a half to get to the camping area where I plan on camping. Of course, that could change subject to getting information about any aggressive bears going on up here. So I'll just have to play that by ear until I get there. But as of right now, a little less than a mile and a half to get to the shelter, and I've made good time today. It hasn't been arduous. The beginning was a long, slow uphill for a mile and a half. And that just it'll suck the life right out of you. But then you get on a long, slow downhill, and that puts some energy back in you. I was able to stop for lunch. Met up with Stephanie and Cole, the mom and son team that's out here. A couple other hikers. But I think a lot of the young hikers that have been passing me today, they're not real talkative with me because they know I was pretty pissed off about what they did last night at the shelter. So I think they're a little embarrassed. I hope they're a little embarrassed. I hope the people at Deep Cut Gap that provided the trail magic for us, the trail angels, I hope they get this message and take care of the 3 little pricks that came up on the mountain with us, stayed in the shelter and created all kinds of havoc. Anyways, that's in the past now. Kind of screws up your day. You get out here, and there's certain things, at least for me, there's certain things I want to address and deal with in my own mind. And when things happen, like with those 3 little punks, and then the added strain, stress of having to deal with not just a trail, but obstacles in the trail that are easily removed. All right. Yeah, Gary, shut up. Quit whining. I'm out here trying to get my mind right. So these are some of the things I'm going to have to learn to deal with better and get my head out of my ass. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move on, and you can see some green now. It's few and far between, but there's still so much dead out here. I wish I knew what caused all this dead. I mean, it doesn't look like fire. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like they just died. But as nature does, she's coming back. So I'll enjoy that. Yeah, you know, that's, like I said, forest fire waiting to happen. But it's a beautiful day. It's been around 60 degrees all day. I am looking forward to getting to camp tonight to rest my feet. Oh man, how nice would it be if I had a a massager there like they had back at the hostel a few days ago. That thing was an incredible piece of equipment, I can tell you that. But or maybe a nice cold stream that I can stick my feet into. That would be such a comfort. All right. Whew. I'm going to keep going. I'll probably turn this back on when I get to camp. Okay. Well, according to my map, I've only got 2/10 of a mile to go to get to the camping area. So that's exciting. My feet are very happy about that. And my mind is very happy about coming into another green tunnel. This one is alive. It's just beautiful. Good way to end the bad day on a bright note. So hopefully some of the young kids that were doing the partying last night have moved on, and I don't have to see them again. That would be fine. But anyways, positive note. Yeah. I don't know where Bluebird is. She has never responded to my text messages. I can make assumptions, but you know what that is, right? I'd probably be wrong and just completely make an ass out of me. Mario, he seemed pretty convinced that he could make the 11.5 today. And I think he shouldn't have a problem. He doesn't have the same issues with his feet that I have. He does fine going uphill. And today's uphill was so gradual that, well, gradual, but still hard. But he has more trouble with the downhills, the severe downhills. And there's only been a few of those for maybe a mile. So I think he should have a pretty easy day getting here. Of course, easy is relative, because this was not an easy day. My body is exhausted. Of course, I've only had one meal today. I need to eat better. My initial plan was to have breakfast before leaving camp this morning, but that just didn't happen. So I will try to make up for it when I get to the camping area down here. I'll probably go with 2 meals instead of 1, just to put that back into my body and lighten my pack. So looking forward to that. Not 100% sure what my plans are over the next few days. We've kind of relied on, big trip. We've kind of relied on Bluebird to plan our days for us. And I think in hindsight, that was probably a mistake on my part, because I just haven't been doing enough miles. And, you know, it's not that I want to jump up and start doing 15 miles a day. I can't do that. That's just silly. But we've been barely averaging 8 miles a day on the days that we hike. And as you all know, we've already taken 3 zeros. And this is just day 15. That's too many zeros. 1 0 a week is probably sufficient. And there may be some weeks when we get further up the trail that 1 0 a week is too much. And it may be 1 0 every couple of weeks. But we'll see how that plays out. I know by the end of the day today, I'm going to be within 3 or 4 miles of the 100-mile marker. My initial plan was to get to the 100-mile marker somewhere around day 14, and that was yesterday. So I am a little bit behind. In a perfect world, I would have gotten to that 100-mile mark in 10 days, but honestly, that was wishful thinking on my part. Once I got out here on the trail and saw how difficult some of these mountains were, I knew that just wasn't going to happen. Well, listen, it looks like I'm getting to the camping area, so I'm going to turn this off in case there are people already here. So I'll talk to you in a bit. All right, so you can see my bear bag hanging down there. This area has been known recently as having aggressive bears, so we got to make sure that we put our bear bags up in the tree. We've got Cole and we've got Stephanie, and now the orange tent is with Jeff, and we are set up for the evening. All right, so it's the evening of day 15, I believe, and I started out this morning looking to do 11.5 miles, and that was not a good choice because where I was planning on staying at 11.5, there have been aggressive bear activity recently. And when I stopped there, I could see where bear bags had been hanging, and were no longer hanging. The string was still there, but the bear bag's gone. I think the problem is that people don't understand how high you have to put these bear bags. Bears can stand on 2 legs, and they will stand on 2 legs to get to that food. Every one of those bear hangs were too low. So I just took a video of mine and Jeff's bear hang, and we're way up there. It has to be at least 12 feet up in the air, so we're probably closer to 15 to 20, but we're in good shape. So in the end, I ended up doing not 11.5, but 12.5 miles. And my body's tired, to be expected. My feet hurt more than normal, but I'm giving them a rest this evening, and I can't wait to crawl in my bunk and go to sleep. I'm tired. My 2 partners, Bluebird has decided to go off on her own. I spent the day trying to track her down and make sure she was okay, and she finally responded to my text, and she is okay, but she just wants to be by herself for a little while. Completely understand, and I support her decision. Moate, he is behind me. Don't know how far. unfortunately, I was not able to leave him a message to let him know that that I was moving ahead another mile. So not sure how that's going to work out. I have left him a text message. Hopefully he gets it, and he follows me up to where I'm at, which is just a mile further than we had originally planned. So anyways, I'm going to sign off for tonight and get ready to hit it hot and heavy tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. We hit our first 100-mile marker. Yay. It's going to be a blast. All right, guys. See you in the morning. Thanks for watching.